Hello and welcome, vegan savages, to another episode of the Vegains Podcast. Today for YouTube, a different setting because my pallet couch is in my bedroom because we made a gigantic pallet bed with 8 pallets and 2 big mattresses. Because in the bedroom, everyone just sleeps better. So Axel, Violette and I, we slept there for the last night, and also Rosie, a friend of Violetta who was here for a couple of days, and we slept like rocks. So now my living room is huge and I don't have a pallet couch in here, and I might even keep it. And now I have so much space, but you know my mantra, empty space is beautiful space. And then maybe, there's new possibility. Because if there's nothing, there's like, empty space. What can I create? And I'm thinking about doing workout videos there, like making a home workout area. I have some thoughts about that, which I might manifest or not, but I play around with that. Stay tuned for that, because the best content yet to come. As always, ask you on Instagram for topics and questions I shall talk about. So we dive into those in this weekly Vegains Rambling Podcast, which I do every single week. And if I have exciting people around or find someone exciting and then I get him on my podcast, even if he's not around, then just via Skype. But the Vegains Rambling Podcast you get every single week, either with friends or just me. Today just me. And for the YouTube version, some people were complaining that I don't look in the lens. But should I look in the lens for the entire podcast? Because other podcasts I watch, no one looks in the lens, and I think it's super tiring if you look in the lens for like 40-50 minutes or so, however long the podcast takes. So I think I just don't look at the lens. I just look around and I can just rest my eyes and really don't focus on anything, just focus on my voice, on my thoughts, and delivering them to you. Before we dive into your questions, let me catch you up to speed and fill you into my environment, as I almost always do. Violetta left to London. I will see her one day before we go on the cruise, which will be at the end of July, at the end of this month, on the vegan cruise. So excited for that. Axel is in the gym. I'm just here by myself, drinking my tea. And unfortunately, I'm a bit sick, like not sick, but what's the word? When you don't feel 100%, we have a word in German. Striken? Is that a good word? Stricken? I feel like that. So I'm a smart vegan savage. I don't hit the gym today. I focus on recovery, eating healthy. And why I think I'm striking or I don't feel 100% is it was so hot the last days, and now the temperatures really dropped, and Axel didn't close the door last night or 2 nights ago, and we kept all the windows open, and there was so much wind. Wait, there's also a word. That's why I love the podcast. I learn new words. What's even the German word? Durchzug. Draft. Is that the word? Draft. So there was so much draft going on, like wind back and forth, if you have 2 windows open, and the temperatures really dropped, especially in the night. It was like under 10 degrees, and I sleep naked, and the blanket goes half away, and then when you sleep, your core temperature also drops, because in order to fall asleep, your body needs to drop at least 2 degrees to fall asleep, your brain, I think. And thus you're vulnerable, and if it's wind and draft and it's cold, then you don't feel 100%. So that's why I was like, Axel, you go after me to bed, please make sure to close the door so we don't have draft. Anyways, I think that's the reason. So, I'm in my lovely living room, having lots of space. It looks so weird. So even, come on, who interrupts my podcast? I think it's a neighbor. Hallo? Hallo? Ganz oben? Ja. Okay, we just keep going. I'm sorry, this is just real shit, there's a package coming, and we just keep the podcast going. What I wanted to say, there's even more space because my pallet bed is not in this room, and my treadmill desk is broken and also gone. I sent it back to repair. And yeah, now we dive into your questions after I receive the package. Just 1 second. Right back. Hallo. Danke. Dankeschön. Tschüss. So sorry for that. Now, undisturbedly, hopefully we continue this podcast. Vegan 1 month, and I'm eating way too many carbs. Help! No, you're doing it right, most likely, because complex carbohydrates is the main source for our body, which provides us with energy, for our brain, for our muscles, for everything. Just to function properly, we need complex carbohydrates. And if we look at the macro ratio, at least 60% of our macros should come from carbs. So if you're eating mostly carbs, then that's perfect. So as I said, at least 60 or 70 or even 80% should be carbohydrates, preferably complex carbohydrates, meaning coming from whole foods like whole grains, like brown rice, quinoa, millet, buckwheat, whole grain pasta. Legumes, they have a lot of protein, but also carbs, like beans, lentils, chickpeas, peas, tofu, like vegetables and fruits, and we should get tons of carbs from them. That is what our body needs, so you're doing it right. Most likely. If you eat, lollipops and apples both mainly consist of carbohydrates, but every baby knows, or every child knows, that apples are good for you and lollipops are not good for you, because in lollipops we have isolated sugars, like isolated fructose, but in the apple we have the whole food. Yes, we have the fructose, but in the complex matrix where we have everything combined in the whole food, like the fiber, the nutrients that are bound to the fiber. First of all, an apple is mostly water, like 90% water, phytonutrients, minerals, vitamins, so everything the body needs, plus the fructose. But in the food matrix, in a whole food, we digest it very differently in a healthy way, which doesn't make our blood sugar sit in a roller coaster and go up and down, up and down. No, it's much more controlled and healthy for us. So eat whole foods all the way, complex carbohydrates. Hi, is it safe to drink tap water from Germany, or is it better to buy bottled water? Depends where you are in Germany, but it's all right. You can drink it, it's safe. In some places it's better, in some places it's worse. Like Berlin, it's rather worse, but you can still drink it. But if you really live here, if you have like an apartment and stay here for years because you study or whatever, then I would get a reverse osmosis filter. That is what we have, where reverse osmosis is just, it filters everything out and just leaves the pure water molecules without anything of the nasty stuff. Yeah, you're also filtering out the minerals, but you get so little in water anyways. The minerals should come from the food we eat, and many of the minerals in the water, they're in or unorganic, so we cannot even absorb them. So I rather like my water to be pure and do its main function, which is to clean my body, than being polluted with so much shit and just putting a lot of strain on my body. So that's what I would get. But overall, it's safe to drink. It's not like in other places in the world where it's really unsafe to drink and really polluted. No, we have a water cleaning system. It's alright, so it's drinkable, but on the long run I would get a filter, and I wouldn't buy bottled water because you consume bottles over and over and over again. Yes, you recycle them, but It's still the recycling process. How good is it really? And then it's still a lot to recycle. So I would just, drink out of, because we have a second tap at home where the reverse osmosis water is coming out, and I would get something like that. Also, reverse osmosis is the best one, I know. There's also carbon filter or something, but they don't filter nearly as greatly as reverse osmosis, which really gets 99.9 something percent out of the water, and you're left with the pure water molecules. How to stop comparing with others who are better, prettier, skinnier, more muscular, etc. That's a good question. I love this quote that comparison is the thief of joy. That when we start comparing ourselves, there is no joy. You cannot be happy while comparing yourself. So how do we stop it? And what I realized over the last years, it's just a hypothesis, but what I think is that we always, to some extent, compare ourselves either consciously or subconsciously. And now the question is, okay, that is probably going on, that we always have this little comparison consciously or subconsciously, but what can we do consciously to not compare ourselves in a way that don't serve us? And I think there is a difference between healthy comparison, to see where you're at. Okay, I'm honestly here, I'm honestly a bit overweight, and I honestly don't like it, and that is something, this physique I'm seeing here is something I really would like to look like being honest to yourself. And there's an unhealthy way of comparison where you obsess about it and you don't really see yourself for the person who you are. You always think like you're not good enough, you're not lean enough, you're not muscular enough, you're not pretty enough, your skin is not clean enough, even though you're damn gorgeous. And you just don't stop that, this voice in your head that you're not enough, I'm only happy if I look that, you're making your happiness conditional, and only if I look like that, then I truly love myself. No. What I would recommend, be honest to you, how you look right now, and ask yourself, is it the way you want to look like? And if not, what is a realistic way you want to look like that you could actually achieve? And then, okay, I want to lose a bit of body fat and gain a bit of muscle. That is something I want to achieve. But I accept myself right now, and I love myself right now. When I look in the mirror and I be naked and I embrace my body and I say to myself, I love myself and I will enjoy the process. And I don't make my love conditionally that I only love myself if I lost a bit of belly fat and gained a bit of muscle. Then I love myself. Don't make it conditionally. Love yourself now. Enjoy the process. Because what's the alternative? Not loving yourself and waiting years until love comes and life is over, boom, and you never really loved yourself. Life is so short. It's so precious, every moment. So that's why. Really look in the mirror and accept yourself. Love yourself of who you are right now and enjoy the process. Am I totally happy with myself? No, but I totally love myself. I have scars that look damn ass ugly. A big one on my left shoulder. I just don't like the scar at all. But I totally accept it, and I be shirtless and in tank tops all the time, and I don't try to hide it because I totally accept it. I might not like it, and I would like to not have that scar, but I totally love and accept myself. Of course, I would love to be a bit leaner and even muscular, but I'm working on that because I want to have that. I'm working on it, but I enjoy the process and don't make my love conditionally. And also, don't have so many things that trigger comparison, that if you follow people on social media where you constantly compare yourself in an unhealthy way, then just unfollow them. Don't follow people that make you feel bad, that make you feel like, oh, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not muscular enough, I'm not pretty enough. Don't follow those fake Instagram models. Where's the value in that? If I see pictures where I know they're so edited and they're so fake, like I get nothing out of that. And I know every person has the same issues, the same problems. Everyone gets pimples now and then, but some people just seem to have a perfect life, but I know that's not a fact. So for people who try to betray, is that the word? I think that's the wrong word. I mean, to showcase that they have a perfect life, I don't follow them, and I don't recommend to you the same. Don't be fooled. No one is perfect. Even the biggest stars, they have the same problems. They struggle with depressions. They have days where they're down, they get fat, pimples, they feel alone, they feel isolated, they have all the ups and downs we all experience, and often even more. The more money, the more fame they have, often the more isolated they are. And don't think like any life is perfect. Not at all. Besides mine. No. But I'm damn close. Because I just enjoy life to the fullest, embrace it, and don't focus on perfection because it's an illusion, it's in the eye of the beholder. So I just love the way it is, the way I look in the mirror and I say, hey cutie, I love you so much. And please do the same. Body acceptance. Yeah, I basically talked about that. Rather for a vlog, could you give us some insights on your cleaning, as it's part of your daily life, I guess? Yeah, we can make a vlog about that. Or we talk about it now, but what really... Yeah, it's better in a vlog. I just show you like my cleaning routine, how I clean, how often I clean. So stay tuned for the vlog, YouTube/Vegains, where I do daily vlogs, where I upload every single day. Sorry, that was weird. But that is who I am. If you like it or not. That's just me. And I embrace it. And I don't try to be someone else and pretend to be... No, I'm just myself. And that's what you get. And I embrace it. And some people can handle that. Like yesterday at IKEA, Axel and I, we just played around like we always do. And the people... that's a thing where Germany, it's just like... people so... They constantly give you that feeling like they frown upon you, and they want to give you that feeling like you're so weird. Why do you act like this? Like it's just, and really this feeling that they want to make you feel bad, and what it is, it's just their insecurity, because they want to be free as us. They just want to be themselves, but and I did the same. When I saw people goofing around, I was like frowning upon them, like, you're not supposed to act like that in public, like, what's wrong with you? But in the inside, subconsciously, I was like, I would never do that. I think that it's so embarrassing to do it, because I'm not confident enough in my body to just be like crazy. What do other people think of me? And I made assumptions like, what do they think about me? But now I give zero fucks about what other people think about me. I just embrace myself, and I know they don't get my vlog. It might look stupid to them, but I don't try to impress these couple people, strangers I will never meet again around me, to look normal. No, I focus on my vegan savages, where thousands of people watch and have a good time with them and entertain them, and I give zero fucks about what people think about me right now who I don't know, and like, but just this feeling that they frown upon you all the time is like, or then they say something like behind your back, but you clearly hear it, like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing, I would never do that. Like, oh, so when you're alone at home, you don't dance and be crazy? Of course you do, everyone does it. And I just embrace myself everywhere and just be myself unconditionally, and don't make assumptions and don't give fucks what other people think about me. But I give many fucks when it comes to what is behind stuff. What do I want to support? Like, buying animal products. People have no problem buying that because they don't give a fuck, like, oh, it just tastes good to me. But all the cruelty behind there, you're fucking up our planet. It's so unhealthy for you. Oh, I don't give a fuck. In and out, it just tastes good. I crave it, so leave me alone. There you should give a fuck. So much. It's so important. But when it comes to what other people think about you, don't give a fuck. People get it wrong so often. Yeah, but it's a skill. And most people are not there where I am, that I really don't care what other people think about me. And I remember myself, the process, like when I started vlogging and I was like, okay, I don't vlog this in public, and now wherever I am, I just be myself. And it's a process, and I recommend step by step work on that. Go a bit out of your comfort zone, and it feels amazing. And you can just know you can be you, and you don't care what other people think. And often they're just envying you because they want to be like that. They want to be like themselves, embracing that, embracing life. And so often I also see the opposite. Like when I play, like 2 days ago, I played table tennis with Axel, and we just, we're like off the vlog the same. We have so much fun, and we're like, oh, da da da, and people around us, like they're smiling. They're like, oh yeah, they're having like the best time. That's what I love to see. But yeah, at IKEA yesterday, we got so much frowned upon. Okay, there was a quick rant. Wow, I don't know where that came from. Especially because we talked about cleaning. Do you and your friends split cost for the apartment? No, I just pay for everything because I'm a good host. And they don't live here. They only live here temporary. I mean, it's now for quite a while, but maybe in the future, like, no, probably not, because they won't live here like for really long, most likely. I don't know. If so, then probably we think about it, because yeah, if they live here, water, energy, all that increases, and they have to pay more money, and it would only make sense to split it, because they're also using like my toilet paper, my stuff. But no, I don't charge them, because I live in total abundance and I can easily take care of that. And also, what was really nice, for example, Axel yesterday, when we went to IKEA, he was just like, hey, I pay for it because I use your coffee, I use this, I use that every single day. So let me pay for it to give back. And I was like, hey, I appreciate that. How do you find like-minded people? By just being yourself. Because then that's the perfect filter. If you be yourself, you filter out those people who like you for who you are, and you filter out those people who don't like you for who you are. But if you pretend to be someone, or on social media pretending being someone else who you not truly are, then you attract people that are not like-minded, that are attracted to a version of you that is not truly you. So, be yourself, and thus you attract like-minded people. Because circumstances don't matter, only your state of being matters. So what state of being do you prefer? And if you stay in that state of being you prefer, if you beat it, your environment has no choice but to manifest according to who you are. So just stay in the state of being you prefer, who you really, truly want to be. And if you stay that way, your environment has no choice but to manifest according to who you are. And I experienced that so on myself, and it's the best. Friends where they love you for who you truly are. You can truly, truly, truly be yourself 100%, and you attract even more people of that kind. That's why in my vlogs and my stories, I'm exactly like that. I'm attracting people who are like that as well, who like that, and then they become future friends, and be who you are, who you want to be, and be it, own it, because everyone else is taken. What to do with friends who are not like-minded? Would you cut them out of your life? Depends, but often I would say yes. As harsh as it sounds, yes. In my past friends, I realized like I'm not like that. I'm a victim of my environment. I just do the things because these are my quote-unquote friends, and I want to belong, as we all want, because we're social creatures, but I just do things, be in circumstances and environments I don't enjoy. I don't like getting wasted. I don't like talking about nonsense. I don't like playing computer games. I just want to better myself. I want to wake up early. I want to crush the gym. I want to build muscle. I want to eat healthy. I want to improve myself. I want to read. I want to expand. I want to grow. And that friends I had back then didn't support it at all. So I just spent less and less time with them until we're no longer friends anymore, because we didn't do stuff in the last 7 years until I was on that ride where I'm currently on, where I just embrace myself. So we're just not like-minded, and I was honest to myself. And if you find that you changed, but your friends go in a different way, and all you talk about is like the past, like being nostalgic, like remember back then, but you don't talk, but you have nothing that like bounds you together in the current here and now, go your way. And it's not like that you're better or they're better or worse, any of that. You're just different. You're going in different directions. So be honest to that. No matter in which situation, even if it's your partner, even if it's your husband or your wife, if you're unhappy, if you're going clearly into different directions, don't force this relationship to be up because you're supposed to stay together forever. No, if you're just unhappy and if your path are just different, then go your path alone and your partner goes it alone, and you both find like-minded people on the way, if you stay true to the way that is right to you, if you stay true to yourself. So yeah, I dropped many friends and I found so many more friends. Hamstrings. I should talk about hamstrings. I just do deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts, and leg curls, or any hamstring machine for the hamstrings. But most importantly, do your deadlifts, and Romanian deadlifts are a great exercise for your hamstrings. Okay, digital minimalism. Should I make an entire Vegains Rambling Podcast about that? Because that's such a great question, and I have many thoughts about that. Yeah, I put it on my list. We talk another time about digital minimalism, because I don't feel 100% today. And I'm gonna go out now, get some groceries, because today I'm gonna record a full day of eating like Maddie Limb Burner. And that's what I do today. You love those videos, and today I just stay at home and recover, so it's a perfect video. And I get new recipes for Vegains food, so I love doing them, and I love to see how my fellow vegan savages who also do social media eat on a daily, and how similar it is, and then compare it and this and that, compare it in a healthy way. Like at my last full day of eating, like vegan gains, I was like, Richard, this porridge is nice, but where's the ice cream? Okay, I love you, and I see you on YouTube daily. I see you in my Instagram stories daily. I post on Instagram pretty much daily. And this podcast I do weekly. And if you have any guests I should get on this podcast, who I should interview, then let me know in the YouTube comments under this podcast. And yeah, on YouTube I also say see you every single day for my daily vlogs. And I'm about to start the vlog now for a full day of eating like Maddie Limb Burner. Thanks for listening. Until next time, peace. Eat your chickpeas. Out.